Okay, Capricorn, here's your love, sex, and romance reading for the end of November into December. Get into it. Any announcements I'll leave at the end. Been kind of scattered by the energies here, but nonetheless, we'll move forward. Okay, so first card for Capricorn over this season, the Chariot. That's about quick movement, fast pace. In this deck here, we're kind of both going in the same direction. So the senses, we may not be so conflicted. Some card decks depict the confliction quite highly. Here we're both kind of moving forward, and that guy doesn't look too bothered. So the sense is we know where we need to go here. We just need to or are going to be making movement in that direction. Next card. Two of Cups. Well, what do you know? This talks to spiritual bond, energy, a deep connection. This is what we're looking to move toward. We're looking for love in a deep, in another person that is deeper and more meaningful. Next card, we have the Five of Wands. Okay. But at this time, we may not be making headway in this department. We may have, okay. Again, I just finished the Libra reading, kind of warning people, be careful. There's a positive and a negative coming at you. You got to decipher from your instinct which is best for you. Now, as I move forward, we may be in conflict with a soulmate here. Now, is this the positive or the negative? That's what we're trying to figure out. The sense is that the Capricorn wants to go to a true love, a deep connection here. But we're having a hard time doing this. There's a lot of struggles in our midst, either trying to get there or getting there and dealing with that person. So we'll move forward here and see where this sits. Now, as we get into the romance cards, to clarify the Chariot, we get the King of Cups. Okay, I feel like this is your energy. The King of Cups is very solid. Emotionally, look at him pouring that one stream of water into that cup, and that is pouring all your emotions into one area. So if nothing else, I feel like the Capricorn, you or someone in your view here, I felt the need to say that, it may not be you, is focusing all their energy on a love here in one direction. Okay. On top of the soulmate card, what do we get to from the romance side here? We have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords is past introductions, but a deepening of relationship here. We're working towards a commitment with someone here and wanting to know more about them. The bench that they're sitting on kind of symbolizes to me, we know each other, but we don't know enough about each other. We need to, get closer to things. Like the sense they're giving me, the video they're giving me in my head is this guy's kind of trying to scoot closer to her to figure out more. And, even though we may like each other and get along here, we want to know more. Okay. Now, on top of the struggle, what's going to happen there? Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands is that quick energy. The Chariot carries it as well. It's interesting because I get a calm, cool, collected demeanor on this side, and I get a quick, fast-paced action on this side. So is this us or who we're dealing with or the energy that we're in? This is kind of what it's saying here. Just give me a minute. I got to decipher that. Yeah, I feel like we're trying to make change in our life here. We are a Knight of Wands, and we're trying to become a King of Cups, is the sense that they're giving me. We want to go to our true love. We realize that we need to, adapt and move forward here. And it's all about, right down the center here, it's all about that person that we're focusing on. Okay, Casanova, what does he have to say? As we go on the Chariot, again, making movement toward a one true love. What do we get there? We get the Page. Uh-oh, not good. Of Pentacles. This talks to greed and selfishness. I gotta get my goggles. It can speak to specifically money, but not necessarily in that direction. We're on top of the cups energy, the love energy, and that could be greed as well. Keeping our emotions to ourselves and not sharing. This would be a Knight of Wands energy, not the King of Cups energy, because he does share, in the direction that he is focused. So, yeah, it's interesting because don't forget the fast movement. In the sense they're giving me is, do we want to move from one love to the next, to the next, to the next, even though we're looking for true love? There's no, that's the transition we got to make here. We're fast and furious, and we got to slow down and enjoy the roll here and not zip through everything so quickly. But nonetheless, greed here has an influence of our attaining this. Okay, so in the sense that they're giving me is, because it's on top of that Ace or that King of Cups, they're giving me a sense it's agreed with our emotions. We're keeping our emotions to ourselves, and we expect to get love on the other end. This does not translate well. Doesn't translate at all, really. So in that way, or we may have that in our universe in some kind of way where we just don't want to share our emotions outward with another person. Now, if you're trying to gain a soulmate and true love, that's not going to wash. Now, this may be someone or someone else. I don't know. We'll see here, because I feel a great bond and a great want to open up in the emotional area to this soulmate. What do we get on top of there? Look at this. The King of Cups. Would you look at that? So what they're telling me here is we have some certain areas in our life here where we are deficient. We have not built up our skills in certain areas. One is our area of greed, and this could be in the emotional center, also in the financial center. We may have a leading of money leading the way here in our life. King of Cups anyway, we have a protector, creativity, and distance. So this is where the love comes in, this Two of Cups, this introductory energy. We have fallen in love with someone here. And we are, in a sense here, very protective of them. They're going to creativity. This person brings out creativity within us. And again, he's wearing all white, right? This guy's wearing white, but it's a selfish greed, not necessarily like give to me, da da da. It's a selfish greed because he's learning about the Pentacles, how to gain them and how to gain them with grace. He's not yet got the grace. He's just gimme. In order to become the King of Pentacles, he has to go through this phase, right? To know what it is like to be greedy and to rise above that. Okay, so this is part of the process this man may be going through, or if you're feminine, one you're dealing with. So the swords here, the 6, getting to know each other. It bodes well. Okay, so there's a certain area here where things our heart is opening up. We're warming up to things in a certain area. Okay, now the 5 of Wands, the struggle is with this Knight of Wands, this movement of going from person to person or relationship to relationship. So if this is the energy you're in, this is what is creating the struggle and the need to slow down and open our heart to one person and stay there. This is the commitments, right? This guy, he just, commitments? No way. This guy, he don't do that, right? So what's on him? What does Casanova have to say for him? We have a Queen of Swords. Talking about sincerity and responsibility. We may have give me a moment here. May have someone in our life that laid a boundary. Look at the sword is between the two, and he's got his sword up as well. He's trying to fight for freedom to roam around, and she is offering a lot of sensuality here, but she is not just going to be a fly-by-night. This queen wants some boundaries here. You can't just jump from me to the next to the next. This is what I'm getting from her. But you can have all this, but I need commitment on the emotional side. Well, this man, somewhere, somebody here is carrying that energy of being in that way. The King of Cups, he carries it. Okay, so we have a boundary here that may have been laid and played. Okay, you know, it's comical what they come up with. Put a smile on my face, but anyway, have we been laid and played? Keep that in mind. Again, it's all positive. It's all intermingled so badly. You really got to have your instinct here in order to suss all this crap out, because you could have some coming at you that you just think it's going to be the world, and suddenly it turns on you and you got this Knight of Wands and off he goes. He's gone. You know, next. So we have a boundary that's been laid by a feminine here. If you are masculine, I'm giving kind of more of the masculine energy, but nonetheless, now this Queen's come in to say her piece. She is offering all the sensual gifts, and this man, can he slow down long enough to keep her, is the sense. Spiritually, infinity cards, here we go. Do I have my, oh, I have my little ties on the front. Okay. On the page, again, the greed. This could be greed of emotion, could be greed with money, could be, this is, kind of what we need to work through to get to the King of Cups, is the sense. We have to work through our greed in whatever area, whether it's emotional greed, monetary, like greed with money, this kind of thing. Ooh. On top of that, we get the complex circle. Whenever I have a complex in the mix, this is about channeling. So give me moments. Strung up is what they said. This man may be strung up in a few areas here. We have a lot of points here that strings are going in and around, right? Working their way through. So we may be strung up financially, we may be strung up emotionally, we're strung up. We have to get rid of those strings in order to come clean towards this Queen and all that she offers. There's a great boundary that has been laid here from the Queen. He wants to get through this. Okay. He's moving quickly to try to do this. On top of the King, what do we get here? Again, this guy's in his creative aspect, or at least that's what this, you know, this woman brings for him. There may be a distance between this couple and a protective barrier that this man feels quite highly, whether you're the Capricorn or the partner. On top of that, we get the divine masculine. King of Cups is good divine masculine energy. So this man is really trying to get into his divine suit, is what I'm getting. He's, in order to gain the love of his life, really, is what I'm getting here. We need to know more about the partner, but the partner has laid boundary to us until we figure things out. There's a sense this woman knows that there's a lot of tie-ups here that maybe even they don't, not aware of themselves, how tied up they really, strung up is what they said, and they're showing me someone off the ground, like they're strung, can't get out of things, but they got to get out of things in order to come back in this direction. Now, divine masculine energy is sitting right down the middle. This is where the universe wants to put this person. They may have had themselves in a situation that was a deeper hole that they thought that they could get out of quite quickly. They thought they may have had a ladder, but the ladder was snatched, this kind of thing, and now we're there and we're feeling hopeless and helpless. So we found the love of our lives, but there's a great divide between the two. And the universe will not help you with that until you help yourself out of the strings that you have in multitude of ways coming at you, and we know where those sit. Those that are in this energy are going to know where they sit. Now, on top of this Queen of Swords, what do we get? Orange and blue. Freedom of expression, enthusiasm is with the orange. The blue sits with loyalty, depth, and also intelligence. There's a great intelligence with this woman. She carries a great freedom she does not want to give up for someone who does not know where they want to be in life, kind of thing. Does not have all their ducks in a row. Does not have their shit together. This kind of thing. She carries a lot of enthusiasm. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the naked body here. Oh, yeah, get it together. Okay. I'm looking at the naked body. I think the enthusiasm comes from that man wanting to jump in there. But, again, we have a sense of loyalty. This woman can be quite loyal and quite deep and carries a great intelligence, wisdom. They express themselves quite bluntly and cleanly and truthfully. They expect that in return. If you cannot bridge this gap, this just will not work. Loyalty is an issue. That's what they said. Loyalty is an issue. We have laid boundary down because the loyalty was not there. Though the partner does not, we have wisdom to know the difference here between someone being true to us and not true to us. We've been there before. We do not want to go there again. This man has to clean up his act in order to come to this queen. If it is the Two of Cups, they have to clean themselves up. And in that, they can, if they can gain the freedom from all of these things that are holding them back, they may get to talk to this queen and work things out. Okay, now we're going to go back to the infinity cards here and see what comes out here, because this kind of, I feel like biting my nails, right? Infinity on top of the complex circle. Again, we're being strung up by a lot of things here. Is it karmic? Yeah, a lot of people are trying to pay off their karma. And they've got to deal with things head on. It can't be avoidant because it's going to create problems. And this may have been a problem all along. So we were avoidant of all of these issues, and now it is, now we see what we want, and we absolutely will not be let go unless we clean up the mess that we've made so far. And avoiding it has created more down roads, like more problems, more struggles, whatnot. So on the complex circle, again, being strung up, we have protection. Look at this. And that is universally driven. So there is a sense of protection of this man. He is a divine masculine. We want him to come into divine energy. But he will not be rewarded until he is absolutely deserved this badge, right? They're showing me a badge, putting a badge on a person. You do not get it until you take the action needed to get this, really, is all it is. So there's actions in his life that are contradicting divine masculine energy, is the sense. There is protection here, so the divine, right, energy is going to come at you and keep shooting you down until you pick the right lane. Again, repeating. So on top of this triangle of divine masculine energy, the spiral going downward. This is where he went. He went down instead of up. So what happens here? Now he's got to bring himself out. 65, we have a pass. We made a pass. We may have made a pass into an area that took us down, or we're going to try and make a pass to an area that brings us up. Again, we are protected, so divinely guided. But again, are we in our instinct? Capricorn is earth. They're not, they're logic, they're 3D, they're what can I touch, taste, and feel. If it don't make any sense beyond that, I can't deal with it. So where this pass sits, I don't know. We're going to move on to the orange and this queen energy. 5 of Wands. We may have struggle with the queen because she's laid barrier here. universally driven as well to create that barrier. I feel like this woman is high priestess energy, and she is standing in her power with the backing of a universal energy saying, no, you do not go there because you're going to get hurt again. And this man is trying to get in forcefully. Now, what do we get? Malice. They're very upset at this woman for putting a boundary down they do not feel that should be there. They're mad. What did I just do? I just did the Libra. It came out in the Libra reading. So you may be involved with the Libra, or someone with Libra in their chart, high in Venus, or moon, or rising. It looks like, to me, when we have that much malice, this man has either not dealt with his past properly or is not dealing with it at this time and chooses not to deal with it. There comes the malice. Because I want this, but I don't want to get out of this. Too much work to get out of this, or there's something here keeping me back. I want this, and I want this as well. The universe is saying this shall not pass. I'll pass, right? This shall not pass. Man, stern energy here. Give me a moment. If we continue forward with our malice, we will be passing on the greatest opportunity for love that we have seen and will see for the rest of our lives in this round. But we are protected to choose the right path. But if we choose the wrong one, we will not course correct this one, is what they're saying. We will not course correct. We will just keep showing them the basement. You're just going to descend into the basement. And the fire's getting hotter and hotter each step we take. Each descent in the wrong way is getting hotter and hotter for this person, and harder to get back out. That's it. That's all. Okay, Capricorn. If you're not in this energy, it's around you very closely. Your animal card is the Freedom Horse. This is what we're fighting for. We got a lot of malice. We got to watch that. If we're fighting for our freedom, we got to stand up for that. Don't go outward towards others in malice. Just leave. Just go. Just get out of there. Remove yourself from it. Don't work, because if we work to create a how you say it, like this man, or I'm getting a male figure. This man is creating a scenario where you're going to pay and I'm going to make you pay. The universe not in favor of that. They're going to highly reprimand you for that energy. You leave, you go, then you get rewarded, or you get more freedom, or you get that step up, and then you got to make another step. Because for this person, the energy that I'm picking up on, again, not all Capricorns. These are the ones that are in the most dire straits. And for this one, they are about 20 steps down. It's like they can't even see the light of day. But all they got to do is start eliminating those that are of a negative frequency. But instead of doing this, the Capricorn is wasting all their energy, all their time, all their focus is going towards the negative. When all we have to do is start looking at the positive and putting our energy and force in that direction. That's all we have to do. But this is not the choice of the Capricorn. They are going to make people pay. You will not gain your freedom this way. The Freedom Horse is here. You are protected. But if you make the wrong decisions, they are going to let go. They're going to let go. And you will be locked in that forever. We are trying to escape it, so we realize that it is wrong. But to be judge, jury, and executioner, this is not our place. So Capricorn, that is, man, it's stern energy. We've had enough. The universe has had enough of your antics. We either come clean or we stay where we're at. And we're locking the doors behind you. So if you change your mind in 5 minutes, we're not going to open it. We're walking away. This is the last chance. Last ditch. It's over. We are protected, but we will not fight the fight that you're fighting right now. Like, this is beyond reasoning, beyond rationale, beyond instinct. Okay, Boom, that's it. I'm sorry. Again, it's not personal, but it's just very stern. They've had enough of these Capricorns in this energy. It's enough. We know we're not going in the right way. What are we gaining here? Nothing. We're gaining more anger, more bitterness, more malice, and this is going to pull us where we can't get out. We're very nearly there. We really do have one decision between being locked up and being free. And if that decision is made wrong, you cannot come back from it at this point. We are protected this immediate moment. The next reading, we'll see what happens. Whew, Freedom Horse wants to run free. And it's white, by the way. So we just have to stay in the light, focus on the light, and go in the light. If we are addicted to chaos and all of that, we are going to get pulled in, and there will be no rescue. The energies are separating. Pick a lane. Okay. Seems like the Capricorns picked a lane, but they got one more opportunity to make it clear. And if they don't take it, that is going to be locked in. Capricorn, that's your reading. Announcements, 22nd, I will be going live. Live night, live healings, live tarot. So you can come in, get a free reading, free healing, whatever you're after there. Take care, guys. Have fun and be kind.